Hey, what's up? This is John Christian and my wife Safia Christian, and we're gonna come out. Hey, what's up? My name is John Christian. This is my wife Safia Christian, and this is a long time waiting for this video of our experience in Africa. We went to Ghana, West Africa, and we're going to tell you the good, bad, and ugly, our experience, why we went, why we came back to America, and our plans to go back. So, babe, let's just start off. The people been asking us. We've been getting the messages, the emails, the Facebook's hits. So,
So basically. Wow. I think that all the videos you may see about going and traveling the world, going to Africa or Asia, wherever you want to go, is different once you experience it. That's the main thing. Once we got, well, first it was a lot of drama, just like taking the flight and everything when we lost stuff and all that. You see how this is the one?
We're going to go to the park, babe.
We're about to go to the park. We're making this video.
Mom and Dad going to go to make this video and then.
Oh Lord.
Wow. This is Kayla. This is middle child. Oh, say hi.
Hello. Say hi. You wanted to say hi. Say hi to everybody.
All
right. Bye.
Go downstairs.
Yeah. Bye. Get back there. Close the door. Close the door. We'll be out. We'll be going to the park in a few minutes. Okay.
To see how it might be to live in Africa. We sold out. That's number one. We sold out. We had for sale, we had a little tag sale out in our yard, selling everything. We sold our home, got the money up, took the trip to Africa. And my mother, when she's, found out that we wanted to take a trip to Africa, she was like, I'm down, let's go. She helped us out with the kids, so it really worked out.
Yeah, so when we went to Ghana, it was a different world. You see the palm trees, the coconuts, you see the people. I felt good. I felt just good as an African being there and seeing all these people that looked like me. And I felt safe. I did feel safe in Ghana. People were overall friendly, and we wanted to just go to Africa and experience the difference in culture, the more simpler life, having a simpler life, letting go of a lot of things that we were used to in America. Yeah, letting go of the rat race and it could still be a rat race in Africa depending on how you want to live, but we wanted to just go there to do some reflection and see a difference in customs and traditions in another part of the world.
Just take a sabbatical and just
take a sabbatical.
Experience something different. It is beautiful there, man. It's ethical, it's nice. It has good culture. The food is great, man. The weather is awesome. And once we heard that, we have to go. Yeah, we out. And we just went out there and experienced it together as a family. And it was beautiful. Let's talk about Accra. The streets of Accra, how is it?
They're doing a lot of building now. When we left, they were doing a lot of building, but there were potholes as far as, you driving the car was kind of bumpy, but they were redeveloping a lot.
Right. It's a developing country.
It's a developing country, but they were built, when we were there, they were building. But once you got into the city and everything, it was nice. It was modern, especially East Legon, beautiful roads. When you get to certain parts in Ghana, beautiful homes. Just awesome. So I really liked Accra.
The African American community over there.
Right.
You meet them, they know everybody.
They know everybody.
Give them your email
everything.
address. They keep on emailing you what's going down. We kept busy, so I really like that.
And they had a lot of things, even with the kids, homeschooling things.
Homeschooling groups.
We met up for parties with the children, and we signed up for the homeschooling group.
Went swimming, went to the beach.
Yeah, went to the beach, went swimming, and it really does make you feel more at home when you're with other people like yourself that can really help you get acclimated to the new environment. So that was a huge help. Okay,
so
wait.
Jaskin, so other than the messed up rolls, how did you like it?
We had a bet in our hotel. We had a bet in our hotel.
That was cool though.
What sound was it making?
Yo, we was in a hotel.
It was like,
we heard some squeaking. We was like, what the world is that? And I'm looking around and I'm trying to get back to bed.
Now, y'all.
We heard squeaking, and I'm like, what the world is that? And we're sitting there quiet, like, and then we heard it. Like every time it was quiet, we didn't hear it. It was
Wait, he knew that we was listening.
But then it was quiet for a longer time.
Right.
It was like, we heard a squeak, and I'm looking around. It was like, it was on the wall. I'm looking, and I saw a hole in the wall. I'm like, okay, I'm looking at the hole in the wall. I'm looking.
Oh, shoot.
I'm looking.
I forgot what happened.
I said, oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh. That's exactly how I did it. I was like, it was something furry. I saw a little triangle ear with some fur. And when I did that, it crawled back. And it was a bat. I was like, oh shoot. And I was cracking up. My wife was like, what happened? I was like, oh shoot. Woo. Oh yeah, and Jessica, we went inside the forest.
We went inside, we walked in the forest, and that was fun.
We parked the cars on the side of a dirt road. Nobody around.
Nobody. We went so deep in there.
It was just tall trees and little hills.
Yeah.
Nobody. It was in the middle of nowhere. If anything happened to us,
you would not
no one would have known. No one would have cared. The eastern region.
Okay, so that's where's Eastern? That's the Volta and stuff, right?
Right next to the Volta. We actually went to a hotel that was right next to the what was that bridge name? The Adomi Bridge.
Adomi Bridge.
Yeah,
okay.
So that bridge is like from the eastern region, bringing you over to the Volta. So we went to a hotel there. They had excellent food. It was right there on the Volta River and the beautiful hills. Oh, that was a beautiful sight to see.
Speaking about it, making me really miss it.
The only thing I regret about when we went to the hotel in the eastern region is that I didn't jump into the Volta River.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't do that.
Because I didn't know I was swimming there until I saw other people swimming.
Yeah, John saw all these guys jumping in the water when we was leaving.
We had to get ready to leave. I'm like, I would have went in the water.
Because you're a fish.
Kumasi.
He went to Kumasi. I was too sick.
Kumasi.
That's his language. That's his African language.
I just made that up, yo.
That's his African language. Thank you. Okay, how was Kumasi?
Kumasi, my wife wasn't able to come with me. She left back to America and I went to Kumasi. Kumasi is 4 hours away from Accra, so I took a nice bus trip.
How was the bus trip?
The bus trip was nice. It was better than Peter Pan. I mean, it was an independent company. It was a beautiful bus. They had white and red leather. I'm like, wow, this bus is nice. Like that. It was very comfortable, nice ride, nice, straightforward ride. And we took a couple of stops.
I gotta do that when we go back there.
Yeah, it was real nice. It was really cheap too for the round trip and everything. And I was like, just took a nice ride there. Got a hotel. Met with the friend of the family. Saw my friend's father's house, and just had a good time. Spent a couple of days in Kumasi. Went to the marketplace. It was the same thing like Accra. They're selling things. There's restaurants everywhere. I mean, Kumasi is really nice. I want to spend more time in Kumasi when I go back to see the biggest natural lake in Ghana is in Kumasi. So I want to get a chance to see that.
Oh, that wasn't the Volta, the biggest. Is that river?
Volta is the biggest man-made lake.
Now, Cape Coast. We went to Cape Coast and we visited One Africa.
Right.
One Africa is where Sister Amakus owns One Africa. And it was very peaceful, very serene.
Oh, beautiful.
When we slept that night, when we first got there, you could hear the waves crashing.
She's right there on the beach.
She's right there on the water.
Right there on the beach.
And
beautiful.
It was so relaxing and put you right to sleep. And I'm like, man, I felt spoiled being there.
It was beautiful.
It was gorgeous.
When I heard the sound of the waves, I thought it might be annoying when I go to sleep, but that thing took me straight to sleep. It was very, very relaxing.
Yeah, the whole time was always relaxing, and the kids had fun exploring, just having a really good time.
She has a very beautiful facility. Her homes are like little huts, and it's really nice.
Really nice.
And we also took a trip to the dungeon.
Yes, while we were in Cape Coast, we went to the dungeon area in Cape Coast, which was, it was very, it was an emotional situation to see what our people actually been through, to actually walk the steps of our ancestors when they were being taken into slavery. So it was very difficult to comprehend that someone can actually go through this when you think of how we are in America and we could bicker over the smallest things, the smallest issues. And the only thing you could think of is how much respect and love you have for your ancestors when you see what they had to go through in order for you to be alive today.
It was so, wow, it was very deep. I mean, you still smell the stench, the must of the slaves in the dungeon. And when I smelled that, it was like, wow, people were cramped up in here.
Right.
And forced, I mean, there was prisoners of war.
Yeah.
Crammed up in that dungeon and just horrible things going on.
But they also had the door of no return that really replicated almost like a window and, you know, like a small space that you had to go through in order to be carried off into slavery. So that was sad, but it was very eye-opening. And, you know, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. Bury Mountains.
I think this is my favorite spot right here.
Really? Oh, I never
yeah, I mean,
oh no, it was beautiful.
It was beautiful because you're high up. The weather is much cooler.
Yes, in the Bury Mountains, the weather gets a little bit cooler. You're higher altitude, less mosquitoes at the higher altitude. The trees were super tall. I do miss it.
You see my drum in the background here. That's what I bought. It's real.
Lambs.
Yeah.
Lambs.
Actually,
I feel kind of bad about that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the drum part is from cow skin.
Cow skin.
I think cow skin lamb. One of those animals. And I should actually open it up, right?
Yeah, so of course, if you got some CDs, you got some money, you can buy some nice just stuff there, from outfits to instruments to jewelry. And this is the drum that we bought there.
This is our drum. Very beautiful piece of art. And they did this by hand.
This is nice.
This is all custom made. All this.
So that's the giraffe right here.
Right.
You see that?
And then you see this. I think this is from a lamb.
Whatever. Okay. All right. All right. Try to show off. All right.
No,
bye. Bye, Felicia.
We went ahead and rented for a whole year. You got to rent for a whole year.
We paid up front for the year.
It was a beautiful 5-bedroom, 3 bath. Only $400 a month, which was excellent.
We had 2 women to work for us, to help us with our children and to cook for us, and they became like family to us. You know what I mean? I just got on with them really well. And that's the thing that I really enjoyed, is being able to afford more help. We have 5 children, but at the time that we went to Africa, we had 4 children. Find out later I was pregnant. That's one of the reasons why we came back. On top of that, we really saw what it took to live there and stay there, and we knew that we needed to really get our funds more right, and in regards to having like online business set up and different things that we wanted to set up. So we was like, okay, we had a plan. After we went to Africa, we really was able to establish a plan on how we wanted to not just move to Africa, go back to Africa, but to travel the world. They want you to have the shot. We don't give our kids vaccinations, no type of foreign shots for our children. That's just not going to happen.
And just ask them, what's the exemptions? Because anytime somebody want to give you some sort of shot, there's always an exemption for it.
Yeah.
So that's it.
But they don't like to mention that. So you got to be very proactive in saying that this is not I'm not going to do this. Right. And if you say, look, I cannot do this, they will tell you alternatives, but they're not paid to tell you alternatives. We went to Passport Health. All we did was say, we all have an egg allergy. Right. And they gave us a yellow card, put egg allergy on the card and with the Passport Health stamp, and you're good to go. You show that. They ask you at the airport. No one asked us, by the way.
They don't ask you.
They didn't ask us anything about it, but that's just an extra protection. Go to Passport Health, say, look, I have an egg allergy. You don't need any proof, no medical documents to prove. You just tell them that, and what they do, they go down the list of other ways to protect yourself. to
We lived off bottled water.
We lived off bottled water. And also, I think your body gets acclimated to the new environment. So you just want to make sure you're healthy all the way. And you got to know when is the time for me to go to a doctor. If something gets serious, you might be health conscious. We're all health conscious over here. But if it got really serious, you kind of want someone else to just look over you to make sure everything is okay. Right. But everyone was fine. You know what I mean? It was just like a time span where we were just getting used to the new environment. Right. But my issue was that I was horribly sick because I found out I was pregnant. And I usually do get sick with my pregnancies. It has nothing to do with Africa. It's just that's how my body is. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why we came back, because of the whole pregnancy, or we probably would have still been there. Right. Because the pregnancy, I had to come home to have the baby. It was too much. I was a little unsure about my new environment, and I didn't want to I didn't want to risk losing the child. I wanted to make sure I was as healthy as possible. And sometimes you have to be in an environment that your body's familiar with, because my body went into a shock.
Transportation, if you can afford it, get yourself a car. If
you want a vehicle, just at least budget to pay around the same price that you would pay in America.
In Ghana, you still drive on the same side of the road as America, so that's good. If you don't have a vehicle, there's a lot of vehicles out there that will transport you around. It's called trotros, or even taxis. Trotros are vans that come around and pick up people. They're much more affordable than the taxis. The taxis are a little bit more expensive. Yeah. We'll show you a picture of the car that we have. It's a nice Nissan.
You know, if you're coming to Ghana as like a single person, couple, whatever, it's way easier to get around. But if you're coming to Ghana with a family,
get your car.
Get your vehicle.
The vehicle's gonna be more expensive. That's just what it is, because the vehicles and a lot of their things are imported. So a lot of things are going to be a little bit more expensive because it's imported. So just keep that in mind. The weather.
I was hot. Well, no, it was, I don't know what season it was, but it was a season where the wind was just beautiful. I mean, I can go out there with a small little, you know, at night. It was really nice, really cool. But then it did get to a point that it got really just hot.
Yeah, it's like North Carolina, South Carolina type of summer hot. It wasn't no hot Africa like it's the hottest place in the world. It's not. So it stayed in the 80s. That's what it was. It was like every time I look at the weather, it was like 86 degrees, 89 degrees.
Did it ever get to the 90s?
Yeah, like 92. It never went to 100. The food
is spicy.
The food is delicious. We can talk about Pinocchios.
Well, let's talk about the cultural food first.
The cultural food.
So we have the peanut.
We had the fufu.
What's the peanut one?
The groundnut soup.
Groundnut soup.
Cassava. We had
contemere.
The contemere. The light soup.
Light soup.
We had the bananas and the nuts as a snack. You know, it's very common
of course, plantains and rice. And
plantains. So spicy there. You gotta tell them no spicy.
And it's still spicy.
Is it spicy? No spicy, and it's still a little spicy, but
you can handle it. But it's delicious.
But I came accustomed to the spicy food. Now I can't.
Now wait, this dude, he used to not be able to take anything spicy. I mean, seriously, I could take more spicy than him. Now it just reversed roles. He wants everything spicy, and I'm like, you trying to kill me? Like he be spicing stuff up and everything, put it in the kids' food. Everyone's like, hey, this is hot. I don't know what happened. His nose used to sweat. He used to just sweat when he had spicy stuff. Now he good. But that's good because spicy's good for you anyway. So that's a good thing.
It's the reason why our ancestors was always around spicy food. It's a healing in spicy food.
It's a healing in spicy food, definitely. The coconut for like $1 CD or something.
Yeah.
Like instead of going to, we go to the stores and pay top dollar in America for their coconuts, and you get fresh coconut, which is so good for you every day. Like that's a wrap. It's a wrap.
I used to always go to my coconut man.
Oh, and John had his coconut man, and also, no lie, some of the best food I think I've ever had I got from Ghana. Like I'm serious. Like even the international places. Like when we went to the mall, there's this a restaurant. I don't remember the name, but I had some kind of pasta dish that I fell in love with.
Right. It was at the Accra Mall.
Accra Mall was one restaurant that I liked, and then Pinocchio was downtown Accra, which. We had pizza there, and they poured some kind of hot oil sauce on it. Pizza. I died. I loved it. I was like, oh my god.
So the internet and the phone, it can be expensive if you don't get an unlimited plan. And you have to make sure that you're in an area that has the coaxial cable cord where you can plug
fiber
in.
optics,
You know, be in an area where the fiber optics are outside and they have the direct connect from your home. If you don't, you have like a USB type of device where you could put it into your computer and you could just
upload. You have to pay continually.
You have to pay and then use your time as you use it. They're cool. They're, very traditional people. They're kind people, and it was home. It was home. Once you get to know them, you learn a little bit of the language. It's like family.
It is like family.
It's laid back. It's no New York ice grill. Like, what up, son? What you looking at? You know, everybody is friendly, chill, and it just really gets you back to your roots. It gets you back to natural living.
Yeah.
And you can have
and
everything
they're so
in Ghana.
sweet, and they want to know, like, they want to go to America, and they want to know why you're here.
Right.
You know,
everybody think America is like the kingdom.
Best. Yeah.
You know, but the thing is, you can have everything in Ghana, in America. You know,
that you have in America.
That you have in America, you can have it there. So it's not like you're limited. You just gotta make sure you
gotta
have
have
the
the dub. So yeah, I think overall the people are nice. Again, you still have to be careful. People are still people, and sometimes if they see you doing well, they might want. I think the only thing you have to worry about is in Ghana is petty, like petty thievery. You know what I mean? People might want to take what you got, but it's not like that may happen on occasion. We haven't really experienced that.
I said that.
Well,
really,
actually, no, we
experienced it once. See, now stealing in Ghana is a no-no.
Right.
Point blank. They don't go for that.
Right.
They may try it on foreigners. I mean, it's a very rare case. But if you steal, people, I'm telling you, they don't play that. Don't expect perfection.
Yeah.
Come in there humble. Sometimes people are they're not as professional as
some are. Well, I think just like America. Especially when I came back here. I mean, yeah, you kind of miss the quickness that you get here when it comes to customer service and stuff, but you still got unprofessional people in America, just like in Ghana, same thing. But
things go slower in Ghana.
Things go a little
here, it's
slower.
like you want it done now, you can get it done now.
Right.
In Ghana, it's like you gotta wait. So
and don't bother them. They get upset at you and they think you're high and mighty. If you continue to be like, what's going on here? I did this yesterday. Like you expect things to be done. They're like, hey, you know, you're not in America. You know what I'm saying?
This
chill
is
out.
not America.
Yeah.
That's what they'll tell you. This is not America. So if you just chill. And and find your circle, find the people that you need to trust, find the people that you can work with. It takes time.
It takes time.
I mean, we lived there for 6 months, all right, and it just took us time. It took us a good 3 months to just get things figured out and know who we need to trust, who we need to go to, how to get things done. It took 3 whole months, and this is with a family of 6.
My question to you, Boo, is what recommendations or what advice would you give to people that feel like they just want to pack up and leave? What would you say to those people?
Number one, get your money right. Get your money right. I don't care if you're going back to Africa and you say, hey, you know what, we're going back home. Africa's the motherland. When you go to Africa, you're still a foreigner. And that's it. And you're looked at as a foreigner. So get your money right. You don't want to go there relying on local wages.
Or local wages.
You're not gonna get a job. They don't pay what you need to survive.
Unless you have have a degree and you can get a job before you leave. Where I know, what's the school? The university schools, international schools. Let's say you want to work at an international school. They pay, I think, like New York wages, but they're very competitive to get in.
International positions.
International positions. If you could get like an international job in Ghana, you can live fat well, but you working hard too now.
3 people who are succeeding in Ghana. 3 types of people. People who have professions, they have the degrees, they have the profession, people who have a lot of money, and retirees who have that residual income coming in every month.
Or just business or online businesses where if you just have an online business and you can make decent money online.
Or making your own money online. Be ready to do a business, preferably the business that you're already doing here in the US, and go to Ghana and do the exact same thing.
It was fun, and I think the more money you have to play around with, you can really have some fun. But if you go there hustling, you're going to want to come back home because it's not fun. You're going to be hustling like a lot of other people that hustles there. And you don't want to go there on that level. So you really got to figure out what you can do to continually make money. Don't think about it once you get there. Figure it out before you go. Before you leave, how are you planning on making money? And if you can make decent money, like at least money that you make here, even like the minimum wage here, if you can make that in Ghana, you'll be good.
Right, you'll be good. You want to go there and experience. Don't go there and sell out. You have to have a backup plan. I met one of the Rastas there. Excuse me. He said, you know, have something to go back to, and just in case you have to go back, you know, that makes sense.
Sometimes things just happen.
Things just happen, and when we went there, we didn't close out our bank accounts here in America. We kept everything open. We let our bank know that we was traveling to Ghana, so when they see transactions going on, they don't think it's fraud. So we kept our bank account open. We have a place to come back to if we had to, which we did. So we had everything still intact, and that's what you want to do.
So what if someone said, look, I know I'm meant to be in Africa. I don't want to have anything to do with America. I don't need a house here. I don't need nothing here. I'm out. Me and my family, we out.
Do you? But no, but you know, we live in the real world. Things happen. You need a backup plan. And many people that we met in Ghana actually came back to America to get some more money.
Mostly everyone. Mostly
everyone came back to America to get some things situated, whether it be money or deal with family or whatever their business, and they came back to Ghana.
Came back to America.
Yeah, they went to America and then they came back to Ghana. People go back and forth. So if you want to stay out the country for a long haul, get your money right, visit Ghana for a good period of time, you know, get to know people. We know a lot of people. You can contact us. We can hook you up. And that's the cool thing about Ghana. We built family. We built connection. We have a network. You know, I really feel like I'm from there too. We got to know a lot of people, and it was a blessing. So we have those connections, the African Connect. I'm most definitely going to have assets here. I'm planning on owning a couple of multifamily homes. I'll keep them rented out. I have a property management company, look over my properties. We'll be moving to Ghana. We'll live in our property there, and we'll manage our properties from America, from Ghana, and we have friends and family and management companies to look over our assets. So I'm going to keep my assets in America and stay in Ghana for as long as I want, and I will be coming back to America.
Or go to other parts in the world. I mean,
we'll be traveling around.
Yeah, we'll be traveling around.
Broaden your horizons. You know, go to Africa. Why not Africa? You know, go back to the motherland. Go back to where you're from, and it's a beautiful experience. They love it when they see us there. As long as you're cool. If you go up there with an attitude, they don't like you. They say, "Hey, stay back in America." But if you're there, you're kind. You have something to give to the people, and you want to invest there. They want us there. They're expecting us to come back, and that's the real, honest truth. And it's beautiful. Go there, experience it, make it happen. Find out what it takes to stay there, to live there, to have, you know, a property there, an asset there. Let that be home. You know, you always come back to America to take care of business, but let Africa be your home. Africa is growing. Nations all over the world is investing in Africa. We need to be the ones doing the same, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to invest in Africa.